Charlton quit the valley. In that time, the weeds have taken root on the famous terraces, and the grass on the pitch has inevitably grown longer. With promotion to the First Division secured, Charlton's footballing future has rarely looked brighter. But sadly, after a long, hard football season, the valley has never looked greener. Beneath this tuft of grass, believe it or not, is the penalty spot. Today, there's no obvious sign of the development that forced Charlton's hurried exit last September. Greenwich Council maintain the valley must be kept for recreational purposes only. They say they'd never approve a major construction plan on the site. Charlton's home now is Selhurst Park, where they share facilities with Crystal Palace. Today, Charlton chairman John Fryer and club secretary Graham Hover formulated their First Division plans for the stadium. The ground-sharing scheme involved the setting up of a Selhurst Park company, both clubs being equal partners. But Ron Nodes, the Palace chairman, says legal delays mean it's still unsigned. Charlton have agreed a 7-year lease with a get-out clause. Nodes says you can never rule out Charlton's return to the valley. But John Fryer insists you can. Why? Because the valley needs a £3 million facelift. Charlton's manager put it this way.
I can categorically state there are no plans.
Play Sheffield Wednesday in a First Division fixture. If you'd said that 2 years ago, they'd have laughed you out of court. Then the High Court was Charlton's arena. Closure a real possibility. Only a last-minute takeover by the Sunley Group saved the club from folding. As the dust began to settle, Charlton did it again. Last September, they moved out of the valley after 65 years and set up home with Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park, some 7 miles away. Throughout all this, Lenny Lawrence has been learning the job of team manager. Not only did he manage to keep the morale of his players high, he also guided them back to the First Division after 29 years.
If somebody had said to me 4 years ago, or told me all the things that I would have to go through, and that eventually I would get the club to the First Division, I would say no, it was not possible to do that. But, you know, as each crisis came and went, everybody rallied round and responded, and we seemed to draw strength from the crises, and each time, especially the ground sharing, I mean, that was the latest blow, and obviously it had a big emotional effect on our supporters. But instead of the team wilting as a result of having to move grounds, we seemed to sort of draw strength from it, and we went on and did even better at Selhurst Park than we'd done at Charlton.
Last season he bought half a new team. This time he's bought goalkeeper Bob Boulder from Sunderland for £20,000 and Peter Shirtliff from Sheffield Wednesday for a fee to be decided by tribunal. What about guarantees of playing here? Because at the moment it's been 50-50 with you and Nicky Johns.
Yeah, well, Nicky's first choice at the moment. Obviously I didn't sign just to play in the reserves.
Obviously we'd like a good start. I think that's the aim of every club in First Division, especially when you've just come into the division. Good start.
Obviously it would be harder because we're going into the toughest league in the world, but it doesn't matter what walk of life you're in, you can only ask for an opportunity to match yourself against the best. And that's what's going to happen to me as a manager and to the players. And I'm sure we'll do better than people are going to give us credit for.
Now, what about the professionals' verdict? We went to former West Ham and England captain Bobby Moore.
I don't really feel that we can think in terms of being a team that is going to be threatening anybody in the First Division. But as I say, you know, I just think